Hi, this is Brad from Pro Wrestling Junkies, and welcome to Getting to Know a Junkie. Today's junkie is from the Chicagoland area, and his name is Jordan. You know what? Let me back up a little bit. I glossed over this. He's from the greatest city in America, according to several scientific studies. I get back to you. His name is Jordan Bercovitz. Jordan, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you this morning?
I'm doing fine. So you're just outside of Chicago right now, what, about 25, 30 minutes?
Yeah, northwest suburbs.
And did you grow up in that area?
I grew up in Buffalo Grove, so I grew up about 10 minutes away from where I currently live now.
Okay. Oh, okay. And can you explain to everyone Buffalo Grove? Not like the whole map layout, but like...
It's northwest suburbs. It's by Arlington Heights, Palatine, Lincolnshire. It's a nice Jewish community, you know?
Yeah, totally. Did you belong to a synagogue out that way?
I did. My family went to Temple High out that way. And
okay.
They're God knows how long, so yeah.
I know that, I haven't been to a High Holidays service in years.
Yeah, I don't even know when we stopped going. It was like once we reached that age, like my dad's just like, no, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. Did you get bar mitzvahed?
Bar mitzvah, confirmation, the whole 10 yards.
That's kind of saying after confirmation is your turn to decide if you want to,
Like, I'll do the stuff, you want us to go, hey, that's fine, I'll observe the stuff. But it's like, once we reached that point, it was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, you had enough. Like I did the same Sunday school and then, bar mitzvah, then confirmation. So you're Reformed?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because confirmation's more important than the bar mitzvah.
I guess
under that.
He just wanted us to do the whole thing, so, we just gotta please the folks,
Yeah, totally. So besides people getting violently ill, how has COVID been affecting you, like work and outside work?
It hasn't affected me at all. Like, pretty much I got one day off. And a boss, I work for a heating, venting, air conditioning manufacturer's rep.
Okay.
Very, very unique, industry.
Sure.
I work at our warehouse and our accounting department. So pretty much like after the first day, our boss is like, yeah, we're essential. So I've been going in like every day.
Oh, no.
So it's just like, whatever.
At this point, are you worried anymore? Or like, no. Okay.
Like it's been like a daily habit.
What about masks you have to wear? Do you have to wear a mask like at work?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like it first started, there was maybe 7 of us in the entire office, so.
Oh, okay.
There wasn't a whole lot of people, and because all our salesmen work from home, so nobody was coming in, nobody was doing anything, so just come in, do our work. I was covering the warehouse for my manager who was sick, and he eventually tested positive.
Oh God!
Towards the back end when he was feeling better, so there was like 3 weeks of me being in our warehouse covering that.
So you work 6 days a week?
I work 6 days a week. I work Monday through Friday in the mornings, and then Fridays and Saturdays I deliver pizzas for Papa John's.
Okay.
I've been doing that for 13 years, so.
Oh wow.
It's nice. It's nice. Yeah. I have my own schedule. I just show it. It's like. Nobody tells me what to do.
And you come home with like a handful of cash.
Exactly.
Do you get to keep your tips, or do you have to give a little to?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm a driver, so.
Yeah. Okay. What was your best night, money wise?
My best night, probably Christmas, 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
I made like close to $200. Like we got absolutely murdered. I was scheduled only 4 to 8. I stuck around 4 to 10.
Okay.
I think I left the store at midnight just because I was working. Backstory: we own, like at the time, we have 4 different stores that my old owner owned.
Okay.
And me being the veteran, I'm friends with every manager. Like every manager is a friend of mine. So it was pretty much I had the night off. I know, it was like, hey, do you want to work? Yeah, I need a driver. All right, I'll come help you. And we were just getting absolutely murdered. And I'm like, I can't leave my friends behind. Like that's my thing. I can't leave people behind. If like it's my friend and we're getting killed, I'm gonna stay as late as I need to be so we can like catch up and make sure everything's good and we're not getting like too late orders going out.
Well, that's what every employer wants to hear from an employee.
Oh, my boss loves
That's
me.
exactly what they want to hear.
My area manager, I've been working with him for 10 years, so he pretty much just uses me for everything.
Oh, well, whatever. So, grew up in Buffalo Grove, and were you a Sox or a Cubs fan?
I'm a Cubs fan.
Oh, damn it. All right, whatever. We'll move to it.
We'll
Move to it.
Well, my family's divided. Like, my mom is both. I'm a Cubs fan. My dad and my brother are Sox fans, but my mom's dad, my grandfather, was a Cubs fan. He was the one that kind of like took me to all the games and everything. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Did you like go to the celebration when the Cubs won in the city?
I did.
I purposely didn't go to work that day because it would have made me upset seeing like all the Cubs fans. But whatever. It was selfish of me. So what does a typical weekend look like for you? Say we weren't talking today. You wake up early, and then what's a typical day off? On Sunday?
Day off is, well, before this, I was watching Talking Shop Mania 2 because I had to work Friday night, so I couldn't watch it live.
Yeah.
Usually it's catching up with whatever New Japan shows, All Japan shows, like whatever was going on the weekend, I'll try to catch up. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Okay.
Spoilers on the internet, I don't really care. So.
Oh, that's great just to watch like the actual wrestling. I don't care what the outcome is. That's awesome. And do you live in a quiet neighborhood or like the town area?
I mean, my apartment complex is kind of quiet, so.
Okay. And do you live alone?
No, I live with 2 roommates.
Oh, and did you know them before?
Yeah.
And are they wrestling fans?
Yes.
Oh, that works out great. So you've never.
Does.
And so how long have you been living with them?
2 years, I think, 2 or 3 years.
Okay. So you obviously have seen shows at Rosemont Horizon, Allstate Arena.
Everywhere.
Did your grandfather? You said he took you to a lot of Cubs games.
Yeah.
Did he take you to any wrestling?
I don't believe he did. My dad took me to shows at the Rosemont.
Oh, really? What was like the first one?
Oh God, like probably some house show, maybe like late '80s, early '90s.
Oh, okay, cool.
Definitely during like that, WWF Superstars era.
Yeah, everything was like over the top.
I'm old. I'm 37, so I've been around for a while, and I've been, so being around, you see the stuff growing up. Like I remember going to house shows, seeing Bret Hart, seeing the Ultimate Warrior there. It was fun times. I
didn't go to a match until 1997, so I must have been. Oh, I was 21 at the time. Okay. And but that was the first time. Like, I was never my parents never took me. But whatever, I'm not holding a grudge against.
It was more of me begging my dad because, at that time in the 90s, WWF Superstars was airing on I think Saturday afternoons or Sundays on Fox Channel 32 before cable. So it was I'd watch it on there, and I'm like, hey, can you find out when they're coming to Chicago? Maybe we can go.
Yeah.
We go to Rosemont Horizon. We seen those rock hard orange.
Yeah, totally. So uncomfortable. Did so you went to shows? Did you ever go to any of the Ring of Honor or any the indie shows?
Oh yeah. The first Ring of Honor show I went to was Punk versus Joe 2.
Oh, you went to that?
I was at that show.
At Chicago Ridge, or?
It was at Chicago Ridge, over in Chicago Ridge, the Frontier Fieldhouse. That's what it's called.
Was that the best match you've ever seen live?
It's one of them.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right, save it. We'll get to that then.
A lot of shows, and I've seen a lot of great matches live. So that was my opener. I had known about Samoa Joe. I had seen guys in IWA Mid-South.
Yes.
Me and my buddies were used to drive to Indiana to go to IWA Mid-South shows. With CM Punk, Colt Cabana, Chris Hero, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, all those guys.
That's amazing. I would have loved to have gone to any of those shows, or especially Punk versus Joe or Joe versus Punk. I forget which order.
And then the year, I think it was Mania 20. What year was Mania 22?
2008. Oh, 22, you mean in Chicago?
Yeah.
2006.
Okay, 2006. So like that year from like 2006 to maybe like 2008, I went to every Ring of Honor show from Mania weekend at Chicago Ridge. Like I saw Dragon Gate USA there, the Dragon Gate Invasion, which was
That's right.
the 2006 match of the year, I think it was. According to the Wrestling Observer, it was It was a Do Fixer versus Blood Generation.
Yes, that was awesome.
I was a Dragon Gate fan. I had been a fan since Tortimon. I'm like the old school guy. I used to do tape trading.
Oh wow!
Tapes here, yeah. So that's how old I am.
All right, hold on. Let's skip to something. Show me something.
The 3 tapes that because I mentioned I was gonna look for stuff.
Okay.
I was able to find, or this is, if you can see it right, this is the Muta versus Jushin Liger with the Kishin Liger match.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And so what are the show me the others and I'll ask you about it.
What's up?
So how do you what's that?
No, that was the same.
That was the first. Okay, that was the first one.
This is Battle Formation 96, Part 1, which is the main event was Great Muta versus Hakushi.
Oh, cool.
So it turned into a bloodbath. Like Shinzaki got cut earlier, and he just bled all over
the whole time.
Yeah, and then this is New Japan Spirit 1999 Part 1 or 2. This is a double night show.
Is it 2 cassettes?
What?
Is it 2 cassettes?
I couldn't find the other tape. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I actually had the program for that show. The first night, the main event was Atsushi Onita versus Masahiro Chono.
Oh, wow.
Rope double hell explosion death match, electrified barbed wire death match, and then night 2 was Keiji Muto defending the IWGP title versus Don Fry.
Wow. Do you have a VCR?
I don't anymore.
Okay.
But I still have all my tapes.
Okay, so for people who don't, who are younger than us, can you explain the tape trading process? So, like how you find a tape, how you do the transaction? So
for me, like how my first involvement was, so RF Video, Rob Feinstein, they had a kiosk in Kearney Mills Mall.
Totally.
And so what I used to do is I used to go, I'd get work, I'd get paid, I'd go cash my paycheck, I spend like half my check I'd go up to Gurney and I'd buy like 3 or 4 tapes at a time. And then, this is like early days of the internet. So you have like GeoCities and Angel Fire websites, and you just like find lists of tapes that people had. Some were for sale, some were, they would say, I'm looking for this tape, I'm looking for this event. And you would just like contact them via email. Like I'd contact them via my old AOL email.
Yeah.
That was like how it was. It was fun.
Is there still tape trading with like how prevalent the internet is, YouTube, all that stuff?
I don't think there's much tape trading just because pretty much everybody has like every show on DVD. Like you have IVP Videos who have an enormous catalog.
Yeah.
There was another site that I ordered a few Blu-rays from. I can't remember what it is, but he had like Wrestle Kingdom. He would do them all on Blu-ray and case.
And did you do you keep them like in it like displayed prominently, or are they?
No. They were just like piled up in the basement of my parents' house. Like he just stacks and stacks and stacks with the label facing out. I knew what was on the tape.
Are they in a safe place at your parents' house?
No, they're just like in the basement, shoved in a corner.
Oh, so you don't care about them anymore?
The only people that live in my parents' house are my parents. So
yeah, totally.
Nobody goes into our basement, which I keep like a majority of the stuff I can't keep in my apartment. So
is it like protected from like moisture and all that, or you don't even care?
I don't even know. I don't even care.
So do you have anything else you want to show me?
Yeah, let's begin.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the 1995 Kawasaki Dream program. This is the famous Terry Funk versus Cactus Jack IWA Japan King of the Deathmatch.
Oh God!
I'm trying to find
that was crazy.
That was the very first deathmatch tape I ever bought.
How much was it?
I think I bought it from RF Video for like $20.
Oh, not bad.
No, because it's like you hear about that. You read like Foley's book came out. You hear about all the stuff he did prior to WWF, before Mankind, when he was in ECW. And then you hear about the infamous, 1995 King of the Deathmatch tournament.
Yeah.
Okay, now I gotta go watch this tape. G1 special program from the first show they did in Cali.
Cool.
The New Japan show.
Uh-huh.
Remember when they started doing their U.S. tour?
Totally.
Yeah, so when Kenny Omega won the U.S. title.
Oh my! Can you hold it open? Is it all like cool? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to do it.
Now, do you keep? Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Do you keep like the magazines and stuff in like protective cases, or
only
sheets?
The ones I have signed.
Okay.
Like, I have a bunch. So I live right next to a Japanese marketplace.
Okay.
And inside the marketplace is a Japanese bookstore. So
okay.
I go there and I have. It's off to the side over here, but I have a stack of weekly pro wrestling magazines.
Really?
And I would find like good covers, and I'd go get them signed when I would go meet the guys. Like, I have one signed by all the guys in Los Ingobernables de Japón. I have one with Shingo and one with like all 5.
And does this place have you bought everything out, or like is there?
No, I mean I special order stuff like. Fumi Saito has a new book that came out in Japan, so I'm gonna go over after we're done. I'm gonna go show them the picture to see if they can order it for me.
Have you been in there often enough where they know you? Like, oh hey, it's Jordan.
They kind of do. They know that once they see the magazines come in, like if I special order, it's like, oh yeah, this is for you, obviously.
So, oh yeah, keep going.
No, go ahead and talk.
So you had mentioned earlier when we were speaking before that you make a lot of trips to the Pro Wrestling Tees store.
Yes. Not as much as I have since the pandemic, though.
Yeah, I think I've gone once or twice. They're not open on the weekends.
I think actually, like you were there on a Friday with Dennis, right?
Yes. Yeah,
I think we might have crossed paths that day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I remember hearing him call your name and yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, so that's funny.
It's such a dangerous store because of, you could blow so much. Luckily, at that time, they didn't have they weren't restocking. Like I always like the $20 grab box or whatever they're called.
Oh, yeah.
Did you used to go to the meet and greets there?
I did. I went to most of them during All In and All Out weekend.
Yeah, those were fun.
The only one I didn't go to All Out weekend was the Marty and Flip one.
Oh, well.
I didn't I've met Marty several times because prior to signing with Ring of Honor, he used to come do shows for AEW Wrestling.
Yeah, totally.
Like one of the first matches I saw was him versus Phoenix.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was one of the first you had seen of his?
Yeah, it was the first time I had seen him. Like I'd heard about him, but I'd never seen him. And he was there, and at the time I didn't, they're Phoenix and Pentagon were getting huge through Lucha Underground. And here they are in Marionette Park, Illinois, and 15 Bourbon Street, shameless plug. And they had a fucking hell of a banger. Sorry for the language. I don't know if I'm allowed to curse or not. So
you're allowed. There's no.
All right, cool.
There's no adults.
All right. Some more stuff.
Let's see it.
We have Final Burning in Budokan, which was the last show for my favorite wrestler of all time, Kenta Kobashi.
Kenta Kobashi. Did you obviously seen Joe versus Kobashi?
Oh yes.
That one is awesome. Oh, hon, before pause for a second. Did you used to buy the Ring of Honor DVDs?
I did.
Me too. That was addicting.
Oh, I'd go to the shows and it's okay, so I'm there, I'm buying tickets. Oh, hey, let me go buy 10 DVDs all at once. Go buy 12 t-shirts, 2 t-shirts. It's I had everything.
Yeah, and it's every week something new would come out, the Straight Shooting series or an awesome.
I still have I have the Straight Shooting with AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels.
That one's awesome.
I have the Samoa. My favorite one is the Joe and Punk one.
That one's great.
That's a great one.
There's a Mick Foley one that's pretty good too. I think it's a 2-disc or.
Yeah, there's one with the Ladies of Ring of Honor, which was Daisy Hayes, Lacey, and Allison Danger.
Allison Danger.
You know, from like the early days of Shimmer.
Yeah. All right, let's proceed.
We have more programs, so
let's see them.
Here, we'll get to the fancy ones. So one of the things I've been lucky enough. So you might recognize this one.
Oh yeah, there's a little glare. Hold down a little. Oh, cool.
This is the Wrestle Kingdom 9. And then behind that we have 10. So I have 1 through 14. The programs from 1 through 14 because I'm very fortunate enough that I have friends that go to Japan.
Oh, cool.
And they would go to the shows and they would like, you know, I'd be like, hey, can you pick me up a program? And they're like, yeah, I got you. And then it's like, awesome.
Would you ever tag along with them?
I was supposed to go to Japan this year.
Oh God. Was it strictly wrestling related?
It was, I've never been to Japan and I've always wanted to go. So it was kind of one of my best friends lived in Japan for like 8 years. He did the exchange program, the JET program, where you teach English over there.
Yeah.
And he met his wife, and he's got, you know, his wife's got family over there. So he's like, you know, it was $600 for a round trip ticket for 2 weeks.
Okay.
That was what I paid. I was gonna go April 22nd and come back on the 6th. I was going during Golden Week. This was around Dotaku.
Okay.
Like New Japan Pro Wrestling Dotaku was supposed to be around that time.
Oh.
I was going to go to one of the Road 2 shows.
Uh-huh.
I was going to go to a DDT show. I was going to go to a Big Japan show. And the All Japan Champions Carnival Finals was like right before I left. So
do you have to buy tickets to these things beforehand?
Yes, but I hadn't bought it. I hadn't bought any of the tickets because my friends told me, you know, the shows don't really sell out. Especially the Road 2, which was like an hour. I think it was an hour train ride outside of Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend's sister-in-law was going to join me. She was going to take me.
Okay.
So I was looking forward to that. And then, you know, we were just going to buy the tickets. And then the pandemic hits. And it's like, yeah, we're not going to go. Well, sorry.
Don't worry about it. Question.
Yes.
Are you attached? Not like attached to your seat. Like, do you have like a boyfriend or a girlfriend or?
No, I have neither.
Okay. So is it important to you when you find either that they are wrestling fans?
I mean, with most of the ladies that I have chatted with and I've dated, I've told them I am a pro wrestling fan. I told them that, you know, I'm not like a super, because I don't watch as much as I used to. I try to keep up.
Yeah, it's hard to.
Watch Dynamite, you know, when I can, and I'll keep up with everything. I listen to Observer Radio, so that's where I get a lot of, you know, the results and everything. And I tell them that, and they're all fine with it. You know, it's like, you know, like I tell them, like, I would love to take you to a show. You know, obviously, like, start off with an indie show because I don't want to drag them to a WWE show.
Yeah, you're not shelling out that kind of money.
I mean, $20 ain't bad for a nosebleed seat, but the product's so bad right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to subject anybody to that.
Yeah, AEW, I would take someone to.
Definitely AEW.
Okay, so that's not a big deal for me as long as they can be brainwashed. Apparently, that's what it sounds like to me. Hypnotized. So what's wrestling mean to you? Like, what has it provided your life?
It's provided me friendships. I mean, a lot of my friends, you know, like one of my closest friends, you know, that I've known since college, you know, we've kind of, you know, we're big wrestling fans. We went to the Raw after Mania 22, which I believe was the debut of Umaga.
Oh, really?
Like, I think I even, on one, Spencer did the WTF merch. He did the Carlito shirt, you know, the spit and the swallow.
Yes, totally, a while ago.
My buddy's like, yeah, I still have that shirt. I'm like, I remember when we wore that shirt at the show. There's a picture of, like, the, you know, us and another friend.
How far back of, like T-shirts or anything like that do you have? Like, what's your oldest?
Because I've kind of like donated a lot over the time.
Yeah.
I think I got a couple old Ring of Honor shows. Ring of Honor. Like,
do you have a lot of wrestling shirts in general?
I have a lot. I don't, you know, I got a whole drawer full of it. I got a whole that I couldn't fit in my drawer. Because not only do I shop at Pro Wrestling Tees, but I also shop at like other sites like Violent Miracle, RollingElbow.com,
Mhm.
Super No Vacancy merch. You know, like a lot of these third-party places, you know, produce like really cool, awesome-looking shirts, and so I'll go support them.
Okay, you mentioned you brought Marty Skrull. Now, when I was at that, that weekend of the meet and greets,
Yeah.
I was really excited to see him. And, I thought I had a bunch of his shirts. They were all cool designs. I bought a bunch of them. Would you wear a Marty Skrull shirt now?
You know, it's kind of a toss-up
Yeah.
because maybe nobody would really outside of the wrestling world would get the concept of it. So.
Mhm.
It depends where I'm wearing it. If I'm wearing it to work, yeah, I'll wear it to work because somebody's gonna know what the shirt is. They're just gonna see I'm wearing it. So, it's kind of a 50-50 thing.
That's true. I was gonna make them just sleep shirts, And then my biggest dilemma is I have one that says super villains. So it's like the umbrella, but then like the Young Bucks, like ribbons. I'm like, all right, can I wear that? It's like it can go either way.
Exactly. It's kind of a toss up, As for I think I have like maybe one Marty Skull shirt, so it's not really that much of a deal breaker. I don't have many other shirts from the other wrestlers that we're not going to talk about.
Yeah.
Like that were kind of brought up during the whole speaking out movement.
All right, so, we're gonna jump to the favorites part.
All right.
Favorite wrestler currently and all time. I think I know currently, but
favorite wrestler of all time is Kobashi.
Mm-hmm.
Like he to me is the greatest. Currently right now, probably Eddie Kingston.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with that one.
Kingston, like I love watching him in Chicago. Like I grew up I watched the early stuff in Chicago. I watched the CZW stuff when he and David Starr were teaming up in AEW. I was a big fan of him. It's just like one of those journeymen.
Yeah, totally. But you there's a connection somehow. Best show that you've been to?
This is a tough one.
Okay.
I've been to so many, but the best show I've been to was last year during WrestleMania weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It was DDT Coming to America.
Okay.
Are you familiar with DDT?
No, let's hear it.
It's a comedy / serious promotion. It's where Kenny and Kota came from.
Oh, really?
They're known for the sex style, Yoshihiko.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
the inflatable sex style that everybody works with. Exactly. And it was just off the wall, hilarious. And then they gave us a killer main event. A banger of a main event. It was just off the wall fun.
What was the turnout like?
I think it was sold out.
Oh, okay. But but anywhere you sit is good.
Yeah, I sat kind of like all the way in the back next to one of my friends.
And where was the show?
What?
Where was the show? Like, what was the venue?
This was at LA Boom in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, this was during Mania weekend. Hold on, let me just.
Oh, that's right. I thought you meant like during Mania weekend, not at Mania in the weekend.
It was LA Boom in Woodside, New York, I believe is where the yeah. And just Google it up real quick.
Did you go to WrestleMania 22?
I was at Mania 22. I was at 22 and I was at 13 as well.
Really? Who'd you go with 13? Who did you go with when you were 13?
Probably my dad. My dad and my brother.
Do they still watch?
My dad and my brother don't watch. I'm the only one that watches.
Quitters.
Like one of my cousins watches because he kind of is a bit older than me, so but he like only knows about like Goldberg and the guys from back then who I don't really care for anymore.
Mm-hmm. I was never a big Goldberg fan.
Like, I like focusing on the today's talent.
Do you have IWTV?
I do not.
Okay, that's pretty good. I watch a little bit of that every day.
There's some good stuff. Great things. I was just too busy to like watch everything.
Do you have the stomach for death matches?
I love death matches.
Oh, then you got to get IWTV.
I love death matches.
There's some crazy stuff on IWTV. I'm not promoting it or anything. I mean, but they have some crazy stuff there.
I was over at Yeah, I was definitely gonna try to hit up a deathmatch. I go to GCW shows when I'm
Yeah.
there. Game Changer, one of my favorite indie promotions.
Mm-hmm.
Blast. I was at the Collective a few weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Oh yes, I bought
That's-
the general admission package. I went to all the shows, with the except of like 2 maybe.
Wait, where were the shows?
It was in Indianapolis. It was kind of in like a barnyard field house.
Uh-huh.
Everything was spaced out.
And so did you stay at a hotel?
I stayed at a hotel, which was about maybe 15 minutes away.
Oh, not bad at all.
No, the rate was like $70 a night, and
Oh, God, that's
split it with my
awesome.
friend. And the hotel was like, for the rate that you're paying and the quality of the hotel, I'm like, this should be more.
Yeah, totally. I went to a show in Michigan City and I stayed at a Holiday Inn. I'm like, really? It was like under $100. I'm like, wow, they could probably get like $200, a night for this. It's all clean. All right, will you play a Would You Rather game with me?
Let's do this.
Okay. So, would you rather lick a stranger's phone, or their steering wheel in their car?
I like the phone.
Okay, so would my
with
wife.
the steering wheel, when you're in the car, you can sneeze. You can sneeze all over that steering wheel.
Totally.
What germs are on that steering wheel?
You think like my wife. If we ever get divorced, I'll come contact you. You fit right in seamlessly. Would you rather date an 18-year-old or a 50-year-old?
50-year-old.
Okay, me too. Would you rather live on a
That'd be so awkward, like dating an 18-year-old, and you're 37 and they're 18. It's like, yeah, I'm almost like 20 years older than you,
and like you'd be hanging out with her 18-year-old friends?
I'd feel like really scummy, like those
Totally.
files. I'm like, yeah, no.
At least a 50-year-old's got some experience, has some game,
Exactly,
All right, last one. Would you rather live on a deserted island for the rest of your life alone or with your arch enemy?
My arch enemy.
Okay, because maybe you guys could mend fences a lot of them.
Men fences, and I'm not going to go insane just being by myself.
Yeah, you're not going to become a best friend with a conch shell or something.
Exactly.
All right, Jordan, I assume you have a lot more wrestling stuff to show.
Of course.
So you will come on our show and tell show, and we'll dedicate the whole episode to that. All right.
Sounds good. Yeah, just let me know when you want to schedule it.
Sure. I'll reach out to you if I don't. Like if I forget, DM me. I mean, you can DM me later today, and we'll get something set up.
I'm not going to do that later today. I'm going to be too lazy to do anything.
Oh, I know. I can't believe starting at noon, me and my son are sitting watching football till 6 to the end of the 3 o'clock games. All right. Enjoy your afternoon. Thank you so much, and we will definitely talk again.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Bye.